Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Aimee here. So a few things before we get started. I'm filming a little bit differently today, just trying things out because my camera my camera battery is not well at all. I do not think it's gonna let me get through this video. I have a long list of new releases for May, so this is May new release video. And I'm just not sure my camera's battery is gonna let me do a whole filming in one. I've been having to split my filming with my camera. That's why I haven't really been doing a lot of filming because it's very annoying, and I'm looking into battery / should I just get a whole new camera thing situation. So anyway, I'm filming with my phone and I'm trying to focus on the green light and not looking at me, because if I look at me, it's like I'm not looking at y'all. Yeah, I'm sure you have a phone. I'm sure you understand what I'm talking about. So anyway, hopefully we can get through this with no problems. Hopefully I can get this uploaded to iMovie and get it edited well. I'm not sure how that's gonna work either, although I have edited iPhone clips before on iMovie. We'll see how it goes. I just felt like the quality after I finished editing just was not good. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. This is just gonna be a trial run. We'll just see. Second, I wanted to apologize for the squealing in my last video. We have a little bit of a plumbing issue in our hall bathroom, and it decides we never know when it's gonna happen. It happens on a daily, but it just starts squealing. I went and make sure it wasn't squealing before I came in here to start filming, and I shut the bathroom door. I'm not sure if that's gonna help, because if I'm in here, I can't hear it squealing. But if I'm closer to it, I can hear it. I already don't have the best hearing whatsoever, especially to high-pitched sounds. I really have a tough time with them unless I get close enough to hear it. So I just wanted to apologize because I did not hear that when I was filming my last video. Now I did hear it come across while I was editing, but there was nothing I could do about it. I didn't have time to redo the video, so I just put it up. And I meant to write something about it and I completely forgot. And then someone pointed it out. So thank you for pointing it out. So since then I did go put it somewhere. Hopefully everybody sees and notices it. But I do apologize for the squealing in that video. Let's get started, because like I said, I have a full list of books that are coming out in May. As I'm filming this, May is already started. Yay me. So grab a beverage of your choice. It's not 5 o'clock yet, so I'm drinking my water. Let's get into it. This is gonna be a long video for me. Hopefully not that long for you. Hopefully I can edit to where it's not so long. We're gonna start off with a male romance that released on May 1st. This is His Cowboy Heart, and this is by Sloane Kennedy. I'll put it up right here. I'm probably gonna be looking down quite a bit. This is actually the second book in the Love in Eden series. The first book is called, and I'll put it up here, Always Mine. Love that cover, by the way. His Cowboy is a great cover as well. I used to be all about a gay cowboy story, all about it, and I still am. I just hadn't read one in a while, so I'm really excited about this one. This is Jules and Flynn's story. Flynn is gay. Jules is from Manhattan. For some reason, he's here in Eden, Wyoming. And Flynn comes to his rescue. All right, I may have to put my phone on some sort of airplane mode because I'm getting notifications and that's distracting. Back to the book real quick before I make that change. Flynn comes to Jules's rescue when he's possibly attacked in an alleyway. And then Flynn, being gay, thinks he's rescuing a woman until he kisses the guy. And there's this little saying, and the synopsis is like super long, but there's a little entry in here. It says, As soon as I locked eyes with the person I assumed was a woman based on the clothes and nail polish, I was a goner. As confused as I was about my attraction to her since I played for the other team, she kissed like a dream. Only she wasn't a she at all. I love that. Okay, take 2. Moving forward to May 6th, we have a couple books out on May 6th. This is The Missing Half. This is by Ashley Flowers. I loved her first book, All Good People Here. She also has a podcast called Crime Junkie. She has quite a few podcasts that I listen to, but Crime Junkie is like the most popular. But anyway, this is her second book. I'm super excited about it. I've already pre-ordered it. Can't wait to get it. It says 2 women haunted by their sister's unsolved disappearance band together in this captivating mystery. It says it's sharp, slick, and chilling with a whiplash ending you'll never see coming. I'll read a little bit of the synopsis. It says, Nick wants nothing more than to move on from her sister's disappearance and the state it's left her in. But then one day, Jules' sister, Gina Connor, walks into Nick's life and offers her something she hasn't felt in a long time: hope. What follows is a gripping tale of 2 sisters who will do anything to find their missing halves, even if it means destroying everything they've ever known. Really excited for this one. May 6th. Also coming out on May 6th, Frida McFadden has another thriller for us. This is The Tenant. I actually pre-ordered the Barnes & Nobles. I guess they have like their own like Barnes & Noble special edition copies, and it has a blue cover. This is like a corally kind of pink cover, which is really pretty, but when I saw the Barnes & Noble's exclusive cover, I had to have it. It says this is a gripping story of revenge, privilege, and secrets turn sour. Blake Porter is riding high until he's not. Fired abruptly from his job as a VP of marketing and unable to make the mortgage payments on the new brownstone that he shares with his fiancée, he's desperate to make ends meet. Enter Whitney. Beautiful, charming, down to earth, and looking for a room to rent. She's exactly what Blake's looking for. Or is she? I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to read any more of the synopsis. Love Frida McFadden's stories and how twisty they can get at the end because you think you know, but you don't know. I love it. I can't wait. Also coming out on May 6th is Parents Weekend. This is by Alex Finlay. I actually haven't read a book from this author since Night Shift. And I really liked Night Shift. So, and I actually have one of their books on my TBR shelf back there, so I should be getting to that pretty soon. This one says, in the glow of their children's exciting first year of college at a small private school in Northern California, 5 families gather over dinner and cocktails for the opening festivities of Parents Weekend. As the parents stay out way past their bedtimes, their kids, 5 residents of Campasy Hall, never show up to dinner. Libby, Blaine, Mark, Felix, and Stella, the 5, as the podcasters, bloggers, and TikTok sleuths soon call them, come from very different families. What drew them out on that fateful night? Could it be the sins of their mothers and fathers come to cause them peril, or a threat to the friend group from within? It just sounds fun and twisty. I'm hoping we get a little bit of these podcasters, bloggers, and TikTok sleuths into the story. That would be really fun. But this comes out on May 6th. Moving right along to May 13th, we have a few books coming out on May 13th. This is The Man Made of Smoke. This is by Alex North. Also haven't read from this author in a really long time, so I'm really excited about this one. This one is also, if you have Book of the Month, you already know, but it's a Book of the Month pick. Hint, hint. This one says it's a serial killer thriller. Dan Garvey's life has been haunted by the crime he witnessed as a child. Narrowly escaping an encounter with a notorious serial killer, he has dedicated his life since to becoming a criminal profiler, eager to seek justice for innocent victims. So when his father passes away under suspicious circumstances, Dan revisits his small island community, determined to uncover the truth about his death. It goes on to say, Emotional, introspective, and utterly terrifying, this is a story of fathers and sons, shadows and secrets, and the fight we all face to escape the trauma of the past. Also on May 13th, we have a domestic thriller from Serena Bowen. I'm super excited about this. Serena has wrote some of my favorite books, Him, Us, Top Secret, some of my top male romances. This is Dying to Meet You. It says it's a twisty thriller that probes how well we actually know the men in our lives. Rowan Gallagher is a devoted single mother and a talented architect with a high-profile commission restoring an historic mansion for the most powerful family in Maine. But inside, she's a mess. Who isn't? She knows that stalking her ex's avatar all over Portland on her phone isn't the healthiest way to heal from their breakup. But she's out of ice cream and she's sick of rom-coms. Watching his every move is both fascinating and infuriating. He's dining out while she's wallowing on the couch. In a weak moment, she leashes her dog and sets off to see who else is in his car. Instead of catching her ex in a kiss, Rowan becomes the first witness to his murder and the primary suspect. I think that's all we need to know here. But I'm just super excited about Serena Bowen and this domestic thriller. Can't wait to see what it's about. Another release for a thriller on May 13th. This is 1 in 4. This is by Lucinda Berry. Lucinda Berry, I have not read before, but I have been introduced to, looks like, some pretty good reads from Book Talk. So if you don't follow me on Book Talk, come to Book Talk. I'm trying to do more over there. If you noticed, you probably haven't seen me a lot on Instagram. It's because I'm pretty much devoting a lot of my time to Book Talk. It's hard to post a video every day, even though they're like really short clips, but I'm trying to do my best, and I've been doing some shorts on YouTube as well. So if you've been catching those, just trying to see what kind of flow, kind of vibe I can get. But I enjoy scrolling on Book Talk. But yeah, back to the book. I ran across this author from a lot of other thriller lovers on Book Talk, so I want to give her a try. I want to see what this is all about. She's got a new release coming out. It says, when a reality show about former child stars overcoming addiction culminates in murder, their therapist must take a closer look into their lives and her own. Dr. Laurel Harlow can't believe she's agreed to do a reality TV show, but her years as a chemical dependency counselor and personal history with the show's director make her the obvious choice. Treating a mansion full of former child stars on the road to recovery is the tallest order of her career, especially when one of them turns up dead while the cameras are still rolling. All right, I think that's all we're gonna read. I don't want to read too much into it because I've never read a Lucinda Berry. I don't know anything about her writing. I'm really excited to jump into her world. On May 20th, we have a good set of books coming out. Now remember, I forgot to disclose this in the beginning. These are books that I'm looking forward to. I know there's so many other books that are releasing that maybe just not have caught my attention, but let me know in the comments what I might be missing out on. But we're gonna start off. This is Iron Flame. I've already read this twice. I've actually done a reread of it since Onyx Storm came out, but this is the second book in the Imperium series by Rebecca Yarros. Is it Yarros? Rebecca Yarros? I hope I'm saying that correctly. This is the paperback. I went ahead and I pre-ordered the paperback because I have Fourth Wing in the paperback and it looks just like this. So I wanted the matching paperback copy because I really don't love the hardback for this book. So yeah, I did pre-order the paperback of this collector's edition, I guess. Deluxe limited edition is what it's called. This is the continuation of Violet's story as she goes into her second year of this flying school. I'm not a big fantasy reader, so this is all very new to me. I really am sort of enjoying this whole fantasy world with these books. And when I read them, like reread them for a second time, and there was a fuzzy in front of me, I think I really started to grasp what was happening and really started to kind of understand. Because I really did enjoy this one the second time around. Although I still preferred the first book over this one, but this one still is sort of world building a little bit, and it is longer and a little bit drawn out more in my opinion. But again, I'm not a fantasy reader, and I know all these fantasy books are huge and they just have so much information about these worlds, about the people in them, and just the magic realism and just everything about this whole fantasy thing. So we do have like gone into war, but it's very soft fantasy, I feel. I'm not a huge high fantasy reader, because the whole war thing, it just like, I get so bored with it, just so bored. Even in these books, even though I have come to like these books, when it gets to the whole war part of it happening, I kind of drift off a little bit. Although the second time I read this, I kind of comprehended it more. I took it in a little bit better the second time around. So I think I reread the first two for Onyx Storm. Onyx Storm was just like, I'm gonna have to do a reread. So I'll probably be rereading the whole series when the next book comes out. But she has made it clear, the author that is not gonna be anytime soon, because she is busy doing other things. So we have to wait for that fourth book. But anyway, the point of this is because I wanted this paperback copy. There you go. Okay, also releasing on May 20th, we have The Last Fairy Out. This is by Andrea Bartz. I think I've read an Andrea Bartz before. I'm looking at my bookshelf. I might have unhauled it, because I think I did unhaul it. But we're gonna give it another go. It says, on a trip to the tropical paradise where her fiance died, a young woman begins to suspect the death was no accident, and the killer's still on the island. Looks like this may be an isolated island type thriller. It says paradise hides deadly secrets. When Abby steps foot on Isle Colel, she isn't sure what, if anything, she'll find. She only knows that she needs to see the place where her fiancé died to try and make sense of his tragic accident. As her quest for the truth unearths dark secrets, shady past, and a web of lies, Abby grows more determined than ever to find out what happened to the love of her life. And the deeper she gets into the close-knit community, the more she suspects that one of them could be the killer. It sounds interesting. We'll see what happens. Also releasing on May 20th, this is We Live Here Now. This is by Sarah Penborough. Really excited about this one. Love this cover. It says this is a haunting gothic novel about a house and a marriage gone terribly wrong. After an accident that nearly kills her, Emily and her husband Freddie move from London to beautiful Dartmoor country house called Larkin Lodge. The house is gorgeous, striking, and to Emily, something about it feels deeply wrong. When you get those feelings, you just don't do it. Emily starts to believe that the house is being haunted by someone who was murdered in it, though she can find no evidence of a wrongful death. As bizarre events pile up and her marriage starts to crumble, Emily becomes obsessed with discovering the truth about Larkin Lodge. I'm here for it. I'm hoping there's some haunting, paranormal, ghostly things going on in this one. Also releasing on May 20th, this is Feeders by Matt Serafini. The cover got me on this one. I've never read anything from this author. Is this a debut? I don't think so. No. It does say from one of the best new voices in horror fiction. So this is a horror. This darkly supernatural thriller follows a would-be influencer whose dreams of online fame spiral into nightmare territory when she encounters a mysterious and dangerous social media platform. You know how I feel about social media in books. I don't know why I love it so much. On May 23rd, we get a male romance. This is The Covenant, and this is by Cora Rose and Lark Taylor. I think I'm yet to read a Cora Rose, so I really need to get on that bandwagon. I'm not real sure what this is about. Even reading through the synopsis, I'm not sure. It sounds like it might be on a little bit of a darker side of a male romance. It doesn't have any trigger warnings. I just think it just may be just kind of a darker, maybe even like a mystery thriller male romance. It says the firm can make any wish come true. So I'm guessing the firm is like a group. Actually, this is the first book in the Firm series. Okay. It says money, a job promotion, or murder. So you can get anything you wish come true from the firm. Whoever you desire can be yours for a price. The firm has ruled Saint Dismiss for generations. To most, they're just a myth, but in truth, they are the last resort of the desperate. I never understood why anyone would go to the firm. There's always a price to pay, a price you won't discover until your request has been granted. It was a path I swore I'd never walk, or so I thought. When my brother is gravely injured, everything changes. I have no choice but to go to the firm. I don't know what they'll ask of me, but I'll give anything to save Jackson. He has his whole life ahead of him, and I'll make sure he gets to live it. I'm intrigued right there. I'm not gonna read anymore. It's really, why do male romance have these huge, long synopses? But anyway, it sounds just, I don't know if like mystery thriller is the right word for this, but it sounds kind of deep and darkish. I'm into it. We'll see what happens. On May 27th, yes, May 27th, Nora Roberts is bringing us a new book. This is Hidden Nature. I haven't read a Nora Roberts in a hot minute, but I have quite a few on my shelf, quite a few that I've really enjoyed. I really enjoy her sort of romantic, suspenseful mystery thriller sort of books. And I feel like we haven't gotten one of those in a really long time from Nora Roberts. This one says is about an injured cop who must fight to bring down a pair of twisted killers. Natural Resources Police Officer Sloane Cooper and her partner had just taken down 3 men preying on hikers in the western Maryland mountains. Driving back, she pulled in at a convenience store and walked right into a robbery in progress. One gunshot went from a jittery thief was about to change her world. All right, I don't want to read too much into this. I kind of want to go into this sort of blonde. Yeah, I'm gonna go into it blonde. All right. We're gonna go into it blind. Goodness. But I am intrigued. Like I said, I've enjoyed Nora Roberts' romantic mystery thrillers that she's had in the past. Some of my favorites are The Liar, The Witness, and The Collector. And then we have The Obsession and Undercurrent. Those are some of my favorites that I have here on my shelf. Absolutely love them. So we're going to check this out. It also states that it's being narrated by January Lavoie, which is actually one of my favorite female narrators. So we'll be listening to this book. Last but certainly not least, this is another male romance that is releasing on May 29th. This is Hmbo Hitman by Saxon James. I'm loving this cover. The whole pink and blue and guy in a tuxedo. I'm here for it. It says, what do you do when you're a hitman who's terrible at his job? At first I thought it would be an easy payday. A few pew-pews for bad people, a couple of suitcases of cash for me. People have done worse for an honest living. Probably. The problem is that after a couple of jobs, I've never actually managed to unalive someone. And not for the lack of trying. Apparently, a basic requirement of a hitman is being a good shot. This sounds really cute and funny. so far. Despite my constant duck-ups that my boss knows nothing about, I'm given another name, and I nearly followed through. Only after obliterating this guy's ear and his fervent pleading to spare him, I've sent him into hiding and collected the cash anyway. But wanted people are hard to hide, and bad guys don't like paying big money for loose ends. Now that Van Gogh has shown his face again, sans ear, I've scammed my way into his security team, which is sort of ideal since I'm now highly wanted as well. Unfortunately, we have some trust issues to work through from our meet shoot. And with the gorgeous man's brother missing, he refuses to lay low until they're reunited. I'm not sold on the plan, honestly, but this guy has me questioning my sexuality along with my career path, and I'm at the point where I'm determined to see a jog through to the end, or die trying. But hey, at least I'd finally deliver a body. This sounds really cute and funny. It looks like we might have like a bi-awakening situation. I'm looking forward to this one. This one will be fun. All right, y'all, that is it. That was a good list for the month of May. Like I said before, if there's anything I'm missing out on, please leave it in the comments down below, or just let me know what you're looking forward to in the month of May. As always, thank y'all so much for watching. Hope you're all doing well out there. I do have a vlog that I will be filming coming up. I'm super excited about it because I haven't done a vlog in a while. Hopefully this situation goes well with my phone, so I'll probably be using my phone to film that vlog. We'll see. We'll see how things goes. Hopefully this goes up without a hitch. Anyway, again, thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all very soon in a new video. Bye, y'all.